that's in the 1780s, if I snuck something in, like a horse and carriage from 1750 or 1790 into 1780, you probably wouldn't go, no, that horse and carriage was not around in 1780s. But if you do it in 1987, everyone knows exactly what that looks like. And to do that without making a joke out of it was really tricky. And my costume designer, Danny Glicker, and my production designer, Steve Sackler, were both brilliant. They would get old yearbooks, and they would get old catalogs from department stores, and we'd go through and we'd talk about the hair, and we'd talk about the clothes, and we'd get very detailed. And again, I work as a team. It's sad that I'm the only one up here right now, because they should be hearing your applause. When I would do, for instance, extras casting, and we would cast all the people who were in the background, I would bring that whole team in, and we would go through as a group and say, all right, this is someone who could maybe a nurse in the background, and this is someone that we could see out on the lawn when they walk by the guy with the red hair, and we'd look at hairlines and all kinds of things, facial, the structure, okay, what's going to be right for this moment. Really.
Now they're wearing the red shirt.
Just jumping off what you're talking about with the podcast, it's very steeped in, I guess, some sort of nostalgia, or it's very idyllic, even though what's happening is very dark.
Yeah.
Was that a conscious choice for you to not make it the past nostalgic and at least a journey to the past? Can you talk a little about that?
The question is about the past scenes and the nostalgic feel that those had, as opposed to the darkness.
Well, let's make contrasting the two. It's
right.
It's more to do with that deliberate.
And whether that was deliberate or not in Jason's work.
I guess the short answer is I wish I could have a more deliberate answer for these kinds of questions, because so often I think directing decisions are all based on instinct. You have a reaction to a piece of material, there's a way as a director that you want it to feel, and you have an instinct for all the answers to the questions that will get you there to that feeling. And that's how you answer questions over the course of a day, because you get 1,000 questions a day, and you hope to answer 800 of them right. And when you start when I made my first short film, of the 1,000 questions I'd be asked a day, I would get 900 of them wrong. And I'd watch the finished short film and realize that all the things I was intending to do were not happening. I wasn't affecting the audience in the way that I wanted to, because I just didn't know, by making all these binary decisions, yes on this, no on that, blue on this, red on that, slower when it should have been faster. By making those decisions, little decisions wrong, you don't manipulate the audience as effectively as you wanted to feel them, get them to feel that thing that you felt, that I felt when I read, for instance, Labor Day, the book. So, I said this would be a short answer, I'm sorry. So I don't actually know why I made it look the way I did. It was an instinct that this is going to be right, this is going to make you feel a certain way. My generic answer would be that this is a movie about lost time. And what it feels like to have time taken away from you for no good reason. And I find there's too many stories that are about right and wrong. This shouldn't have happened, this should happen, and we're going to right that wrong. And so often, it's so gray. And I think the reason why I responded to the materials so much is that that's one of the most painful feelings, to feel the concept of lost time, the idea that you made a left turn when you should have made a right at some point. Something you could have never known. And that's what we were exploring. So it's simultaneously painful and nostalgic. And he'd open the door, and this picture of masculinity was in an apron, thrilled about the crust he got that day, or the way the juices were coming up. He'd get really excited and just, look what I did. And he'd give pies to everybody, which at first was really charming and lovely, but by the end of the shoot, you're like, oh fuck, he's coming with another pie. Thank you so much for coming.